Yeah.
Okay.
Then the very last point, the formation of the contract generally requires an effort, acceptance, consideration, and mutual intents that need to be bound. Next slide, please. Here the case related to the operation of contract is Jones Celebrity versus Segment Pty Ltd, and the case is related to unfair dismissal. The Penfield has sued this case because he feel like he has been unfairly dismissed from his jobs, which is decided by the Fair Work Commissions. And of course, here the applicant is John Celebrity, who is the Director, Regional Sales Manager of that company, and the respondents is Segmentix, Helens, and Robbie Payne. Next slide, please. And the main issue related to this case is when he feels like he has been unfairly dismissed, and he sued the case to the court, and that he has been forcefully he was compelled to sign that deed due to remedies, we can say duress. And if the court wants to know, like, if he was been physically, economically, or psychologically given pressure, has been given pressure due to to sign the deed, they will find out. And I would like to welcome the next fellow to continue the slide.
Hello everyone, I'm Mo, and I'm going to present the 11 law that we formed in this case. First is section 587 of the FWS, which is Fair Work Act. This states that it may dismiss an application if this application is not made in accordance with this act, or the application is frivolous or vexatious, or the application has no reasonable principle for success. And second, section 596 of the Fair Work Act. This act states who will handle the case, which is by the lawyer or by applicant himself. And this act requires, in this case, FWC granted permission to Sigma to be represented by the lawyer, and is Salisbury by himself. And that section 394 of FWA 2009. This application must be made within 21 days after the dismissal took effect. This act may allow the further period for the application to make by a person in the one subsection if the FWC is satisfied that there are explanations suggested, which are the reason for the delay, whether the person was became aware of the dismissal after it has taken effect, and fairness between one person and another person in a similar position. Under section 587 of the Fair Work Act, the Commission has the power to dismiss an application that has no reasonable prospect of success.
Thank you, Saga and Owen. We have discussed the issue in the relevant law, and I'm going to discuss the authority or the application and the conclusion. The first, the Segment company had provided evidence that they're going to reduce the employee on their globally about 300 employees, and they decide that the person who they're gonna fire, including Mr. Salisbury, they didn't require that person because the person is looking after the Australia, and the person who is looking after Australia, they have a very broad range. They do a business overseas also, and while they're doing a business overseas, they have a person looking after Australia, and he's looking from Asia. So the Australian department is handled by Asian department now. So to reduce the staffs is a tricky way to make their profit on the coming days. So it's a part of the segment company to reduce the staffs, as they also provide all employees their entitlements, including Mr. Salisbury, as in a different way, as they discussed, and that is done before. And there was a meeting held by the company to the all employees regarding to their entitlements, everything else, and also they give people about the things what gonna happen in the company. So everything is done as according by the law. And Mr. Salisbury has given evidence to the court in the High Court that he had under the pressure of their bosses or their friends, they wants to sign the deed, as he provided that type of evidence as is not in a written, is like he just saying that he has been threatened by the company to sign the deed, but he can't explain that thing because nothing is written, so everything is just spoken, and as he is saying that he didn't receive any deed money or any type of money during signing that deed. And can you turn? Can you please? So as in conclusion, the High Court has got a copy of meeting by the company that they're saying those things to their staffs about everything about the deed. Each and every staff, not just for Mr. Salisbury. So there's no any threat given to any employees to sign the deed, and the High Court also found that Mr. Salisbury is guilty because he just want to make the court he just want to make the court he just want to make, sorry for that, he just made the court on belief that he is not paid, but he is getting a payment by the low tax by in his bank account, and the bank provide those evidence to the High Court, and it is proven that Mr. Salisbury is getting everything payment, not just about his entitlement, everything he got from up to date, and he is paid. So it is like that Mr. Salisbury has done a fraud to their company, as a court has been concluded on those things on the Section 587 Fair Work Act. As we have brought everything from the references as www.australiaedu.au/CZI and the Fair Work Act 2019 2009 Section 394 application for unfair disposal remedy. We're gonna upload this in the YouTube links. Thank you for your kind generosity. Thanks.